Hi everyone, I'm Shalima, your English coach. If you can understand English, but when it's your turn to speak, you struggle to make sentences. Maybe you know many English words, but you still don't know how to use them naturally when you speak. And that's exactly what we are going to fix today. In this video, I'm going to take some very common English words that you already know and teach you how to use each word in different sentences and different situations. So you will learn how to make simple sentences, negative sentences and questions, and then we will gradually move to more natural and slightly harder sentences. And I'll also show you how the same word can have different uses and meanings depending on the situation. And most importantly, you won't just listen to me, you will practice with me. So you can start using these sentences in your own conversations. So if you want to stop knowing English words and start actually, using them while speaking, stay with me. Okay? So let's start with our first word. The first word is make. I'm sure you already know this word. We use make when we create or prepare something. For example, I make breakfast every morning. She makes dinner for her family. He made a cake yesterday. Have you noticed something here? Make, makes, made. We change the forms of the verbs depending on the tenses and the subjects. So now let's make it a little more useful. We can also use make when someone causes another person to feel something. Okay, for example, you make me happy. It means your action makes me feel happy. That movie made me cry. My friends make me laugh. Don't make me angry. Don't make me angry. So here we are not talking about creating something. We are talking about causing a feeling or reaction. Now let's make these sentences a little more natural. You always make me feel better. She makes everyone feels comfortable. His words made me think about my decision. See how one simple word can help you express many different ideas. Now let's learn another very useful structure with make. Okay, we can use make plus person plus verb. For example, the teacher made us write the answer again. Don't make me wait. She made him apologize. So here, make means that someone causes or forces another person to do something. And notice something important. We say, she made me apologize. Not, she made me to apologize. After make plus person, we use the base form of the verb. Now let's move to the question. Okay, what makes you happy? What makes you angry? What makes you laugh? So these are very natural questions that you can actually use in a conversation. And now let's make the sentences slightly harder. What made you change your mind? Who made you believe that? Why did you make him leave? Now we are using the same simple word make, but we are using it in completely different situations. And that's exactly what I want you to learn in this video. So don't just learn the meaning of a word, learn the pattern in which the word is actually used. So now it's a mini challenge. It's your turn. Complete this sentence. My English lessons make me dash dash. The options are happy, confident, tired, excited. Choose your own word and make your sentence. And don't worry about making it perfect. The goal is to use the word. Now let's move to our second word, that is keep. Yes, keep. 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 This is another very common word, but it has several useful uses in everyday English. The first one is quite simple. We can use keep when we continue, have, or hold something. For example, you can keep my book. It means you can have the book, you don't need to give it back. Can I keep this pen? I want to keep this photo. You can keep the change. But there are another uses of keep that is extremely important for speaking English. Keep plus verb ing means continue doing something. So instead of saying continue learning English, we can say keep learning English, right? And this sounds very natural. For example, keep practicing, keep trying, keep going. Notice that after keep, when we mean continue doing something, we use verb plus ing. So keep talking, keep studying, keep walking, keep asking questions, not keep talk, keep study. These all are wrong. So now let's use this in a real situations. Imagine your friend is learning English and feels like giving up. You can say don't give up, keep practicing. Someone is working on an important project. You can say keep working, you are almost done. Okay, so keep going, you are doing great. And here a very natural question, how do you keep going when you feel tired? Another one, why do you keep asking me the same question? Keep asking means the person asks the question again and again. Now let's make it a little more challenging. I keep telling myself that I need to practice more. See how we are talking one simple word and building much more natural sentences with it. And that's exactly the skill we are practicing today. Now, make one sentence with keep plus ing about yourself. Okay, for example, I keep checking my phone. I keep forgetting new words. I keep practicing my English. Your sentence can be simple, just make sure you actually use the word. And now let's move to our third word, and this is one of the most useful and probably one of the most confusing one. Okay, so the third word is get. And if you are learning spoken English, I really want you to pay attention to this word, because get is one of those words that you will hear everywhere in everyday English. And the problem is it doesn't have just one meaning. So let's start with a very simple one. Get can mean receive. For example, I get a message from my friend. Did you get my email? I got a gift for my birthday. Got means receive. Get means receive. Okay, I'm getting tired. So get doesn't mean receive anything. It means become. So I'm getting tired means I'm becoming tired. We can use it with many adjectives. It's getting cold. I'm getting hungry. She's getting better. He is getting angry. So these are extremely common sentences in everyday conversation. Now let's look at another very useful one. Get can also means understand. Imagine your friend explains something to you and you finally understand. You can say, oh, I get it now. Or if you understand, sorry, I don't get it. You can say, sorry, I don't get it. That's much more natural in casual conversation than constantly saying, I don't understand. For example, do you get what I mean? You can say, yes, I get it. Or you can say, I don't get why he's angry. Now let's look at another everyday use. Get plus something can mean go and bring or obtain something. For example, I'll get some food. Let me get my phone. And here is a very common expression, I'll get back to you. This means I'll talk to you or give you an answer later. For example, I'm busy right now, I'll get back to you tonight. This is a very useful sentence to remember, because and now let's make get a little more challenging here. Okay, so how did you get so good at English? When did you get home? Did you get what I was trying to say? I'm trying to get better at speaking English. Look at the last sentence. I'm trying to get better at speaking English. You can use this pattern for so many things. Trying to get better at speaking confidently. I'm trying to get better at managing my time. So don't think of get as one word with one meaning. Think of it as a very useful word that it changes its meaning depending on the situation and sentences. And this is exactly why learning words through sentences is so much more useful than simply memorizing their dictionary meanings. Now, it's your turn. Complete these two sentences about yourself. I am getting dash 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 and I'm trying to get better at dash dash dash. Make them personal. Okay? Your sentence doesn't have to be complicated. Just use the word. Okay? And now let's move to our fourth word. That is take. Okay? Take. T-A-K-E. Take. Just like get, take is a very common word in English and you will hear it in everyday conversation all the time. Let's start with a very simple use from one place to another. For example, take your umbrella. Take your phone with you. Don't forget to take your passport. Take means to carry something with you, but take has many more useful meanings. For example, when we use a bus, train, or taxi, we can use take. I take the bus to work. She takes the train every morning. We took a taxi home. Here we are talking about transportation. Now here is another use that you probably hear all the time. Take plus time. Use this to talk about how much time something needs. For example, it takes 10 minutes to get there. It takes me an hour to finish my work. How long does it take to learn English? And you can make it personal. It takes me about 30 minutes to get ready in the morning. Notice that question, how long does it take? This is a very useful question in everyday English. Now, how long does it take to get the airport? Let's look at another very common expression, take a break. It means to stop working or studying for a short time as you can rest. I am tired. I need to take a break. So have you seen there are so many different situations that you can use in it, and this is exactly what I want you to notice throughout this video. Don't memorize take as one meaning. Okay, so here is a mini challenge for you. Now complete these two sentences with your own information. Okay, it takes me dash dash to dash dash and I usually take a break at dash dash dash. Okay, let's move to our fifth word, that is leave. By the way, if you are enjoying this kind of practice English lesson, make sure to subscribe this channel because on this channel, we don't just learn English. Okay, we are building our confidence. So if you want to improve your spoken English step by step, subscribe and stay with me. So now let's move to our fifth word, that is leave. Leave. You probably already know one meaning of this word. Leave can mean to go away from a place. For example, I have to leave now. She left the office at 6. We are leaving tomorrow morning. Okay. So here leave means go away from a place. But there is another very useful meaning that can easily confuse English learners. Leave can also means to put something somewhere, not take it with you. For example, imagine you are going out and you tell your friend, leave your shoes here. It means put your shoes here and don't take them with you. Or leave the key on the table. You are telling someone to put the keys there and keep them there. And here is a very common situation. I left my phone at home. This means I went somewhere, but my phone stayed at home because I don't take it with me. So notice the differences. I left home, I went away from home, I left my phone at home. Right? Let's practice some questions. What time did you leave home this morning? Where did you leave your phone? Why did you leave so early? See how useful this one word becomes when you learn it through situations instead of just memorizing one. And that's exactly what I want you to do with this every word in the lesson. So here is a mini challenge again. Okay, so now you one sentence should mean go away from a place, and the second should means put something anywhere, not take it with you. Okay, so now make your own sentence. Let's talk about our sixth word, that is bring. Bring. I'm sure you already know the basic meaning of bring. We use bring when we take something with us to place to the another person. For example, bring your phone with you. Please bring some water. Don't forget to bring your passport. Can you bring me a glass of water? So here you are moving something towards the place or person you are talking about. Now let's make it a little more interesting. We can also use bring when something causes a result, feeling, or a situation. For example, this song brings back old memories. Her smile brings happiness to everyone's around her. Here nobody is physically carrying anything, okay? Bring meaning something causes or produce a result or a feeling. And there is a very useful expression you should remember, bring back. It can mean to return something, but it can also mean make you remember something from the past. For example, the old song brings back to so many memories, right? So here bring have so many different ways to use, right? Now here let's practice. Okay, complete these two sentences about yourself. First, I always bring dash dash with me when I travel, and this song brings back memories of dash dash. Make your own sentence and say them out loud. Don't just think about the answer, speak it. And that's how these words become part of your active English. Great. Now let's move to our seventh word, that is hold. Okay. You may already know the basic meaning of hold, to have something in your hand. For example, hold my phone for a sec. She is holding a cup of coffee, right? He held the baby carefully. But hold becomes much more interesting when we use it in everyday situation, right? For example, can you hold this for me? Here, if you are asking someone to keep something in their hands for a short time, we can also use hold when we want to someone to wait. Okay, so we can say please hold. It means please wait, right? Probably we also say over the call, please hold down. That means you wait. Okay, different these sentences are. We didn't learn seven different words. We learned seven different ways to use one word. And that's exactly how I want you to learn vocabulary from now on. Okay, so again, we are having a mini challenge. Okay, one sentence using hold for keeping something in your hand, and one sentence using hold on for waiting. Okay, now excellent. Let's move to our eighth word, that is turn. Probably already know the basic meaning of turn. When you change the direction you are facing or moving in, you can use turn, right? For example, you turn left, turn right, turn around, turn back. These are very common instructions in everyday English, especially in the schools, right? But turn has another very useful meaning. We can use turn when something changes from one state or condition to another. For example, the weather turned cold. It means the weather become cold. Okay, the sky turned dark. Her face turned red. He turned 25 last month. Turn is showing a change. Now let's look at some very common expressions. So turn on the light, turn off the TV, turn up the volume, turn down the volume. These are extremely useful because we use them all the time at home. For example, can you turn on the light? So now here is again a mini challenge using turn and turn off, turn on and turn off. You can just make your own sentences with these and write down in the comments. All right, so now let's move to our ninth word, that is miss. MISS, miss. You probably know one very common use of miss. We use miss when we don't catch or reach something in time. For example, I missed the bus. It means the bus left before I could get on it. I missed my train. She missed the flight. Hurry up, we will miss the movie. You can also use it for appointments or important events. I missed my doctor's appointment. Don't miss the meeting. Okay? Now let's look at another very important meaning of miss. We use miss when we feel sad because someone or something is not with us anymore. For example, I miss my family. It means I feel sad because my family isn't with me, right? I'm in another country. I miss my friend. She misses her parents. I really miss my old school. And this is a sentence you will hear very often, right? I miss you, right? It means I wish you were here with me. We have learned different situations, and once you start noticing these patterns, English vocabulary becomes much easier to use, right? Now, make two sentences with miss and write down in the comment. I'll definitely see, okay, and respond to you back. You may have heard this word many times before, but matter has a few different uses in everyday English, and once you understand them, you will start hearing this word every day, right? Everywhere. So let's start this one of the most common uses. We use matter when we want to say that something is important. For example, it doesn't matter, right? This means it's not important, right? Someone might say, I'm sorry, I'm late. And you can say, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, that you are telling the person that being late is not a big problem. And this is exactly why you shouldn't learn English words alone. Learn the patterns around them. And because when you know the patterns, you don't just understand the word, okay? Now you know how to use it, right? So here is another mini challenge, that you just make two sentences with matter, okay? So that's it for today's lesson, guys. Today we have learned 10 very common English words: make, keep, get, take, leave, bring, hold, turn, miss, right? Matter. But remember, the goal of this video was not memorize these 10 words. The goal was to learn how to use these words actually in our real conversations, right? If you enjoyed learning English this way, because we are not here just to learn more and more English words, we are here to actually use them. So keep practicing, keep speaking, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, keep learning, keep speaking. Okay, so this is Shalima signing off. Take care and speak English with confidence. All the best.